Good morning and welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Kat, and if you're new here, we are baking our way through Some of My Best Friends Are Cookies by Emelia Jackson. I have been making these ladyfinger biscuits this morning, but my intention is to turn those into a tiramisu, and I feel like the kids will be disappointed because they knew I was filming this morning if there's no biscuits for them to try when they get home. So I'm going to skip ahead and make these sesame honey cookies for the kids to eat when they get home from school. So here I've got 125 grams of butter, which I've had just sitting out on the bench. And to that we're going to add 130 grams of tahini, and I have mixed that up really well to get all the oil back into it. And we need 100 grams of sugar, caster sugar, and 100 grams of honey. Hopefully I've got enough. That's 96. $103. How about that? And we're just going to whip this together until it's combined. So that's combined. And we're going to add 1 egg. And mix that in. Just had to pause to taste test my ladyfinger biscuits. You can really smell the tahini in this, which is going to be delicious. And we're going to add 160 grams of plain flour and 1/4 teaspoon of bicarb. And we're going to mix this until just combined. So it doesn't say how many sesame seeds we need. I'm starting with 25 grams. So I've got my little cookie scoop. And that makes about a 20-gram ball, which is about the size that the cookies should be. And it says that it's more of a batter than a dough, and that rolling it in the sesame seeds makes them easier to handle, which I can see because it is very, very soft. So that was another 20 grams of sesame seeds. So I've just run out of sesame seeds. So I've got some black sesame seeds that I'm going to use. And I just put 30 grams of sesame seeds in there. So far we're at 75 grams of sesame seeds. So I was supposed to add a half teaspoon of salt in when I added the bicarb, but we'll just have these as low salt cookies. It's fine. So my oven is preheated to 180 degrees, and we're going to bake these for 15 minutes. That's another 15 grams of sesame seeds. That's another 5. And another 5. And another 2. So we need to leave those to cool on the trays for 10 minutes. Then I will put my last 7 biscuits in the oven, and we will let them cool the rest of the way on a tray. So our biscuits have cooled. They're nice and brown around the edges and on the bottom. The sesame seeds are stuck pretty well. So let's give them a try. They're very different. They're honestly not like any biscuit that I've had before. You can definitely taste the sesame, of course. The texture is very light, almost cakey. And the edges are slightly crunchy. Honestly, I'm not sure that my kids are going to enjoy those. They're not very sweet. Obviously there's honey and sugar in them, but they're overall, they don't read sweet on the tongue. They're quite different. They're not like anything that I've had before. I'm sure they'll still get eaten, and if not, I can distribute them to family, friends. Thanks for being here with me today as we tried a new recipe to make. If you would like, I will pop another one of my videos here that you can enjoy between now and my next upload. Thanks for watching. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye for now.